This video was sponsored by PowerCircle Clothing and Headbusters Food Company in association with Cookup Unlimited.
Cookup!
It's not a podcast.
Yo, Dennis here, back with another episode of This Is Not a Podcast. Y'all already know what the lick read. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit that notification button. Tonight, I think we're gonna call this, you're gonna give y'all a 2-for-1, you know what I mean? This is a special day. I'm gonna give y'all my birthday recap, but I'm gonna also give y'all a movie review from what I saw from my birthday recap. As y'all can see in the footage, my wife cooked me a dope dinner, you know what I mean? You can check those out in my shorts. So if y'all go to TFE TV, which y'all are watching this video right now, but for those of you that's on the new, y'all know what to do. Go to TFE TV. Make sure you like and subscribe, hit that notification button if I haven't told you yet, which I'm pretty sure I have. You can also check out my YouTube shorts and you'll see a wide array of different things, man, because, you know, we don't just stick to one thing. Sometimes you might get a food review. Sometimes you might see me cooking something, maybe creating a dessert or a dinner or something like that, because y'all all know I got Headbusters Food Company and all that stuff. But anyway, in this episode, it was my birthday at the time. First of all, I appreciate everybody for all the birthday wishes. It's been a blast, man, for these past 40 years so far, and I'm looking forward to the next 40. So this year I decided that, you know, I didn't really want to do too much of nothing. So I don't really like doing too much of nothing like it. It's just this year, you know, being in Las Vegas, everybody think, you know, you gotta go to the strip or you gotta go here and there or whatever. Be honest with you, I really don't really have to do all that. I mean, we did all that already early. I've been to quite a few places. Still a couple places I haven't been to yet. I've been waiting for this. So now, by this time, y'all already seen the birthday recap. So, you know, we went to the movie, so y'all know what the movie is. I went to go see Big George Foreman. Now, it's the George Foreman biopic. For those of you that's been living under a rock, y'all know who George Foreman is. Now, for some of you youngsters out there, y'all only know George Foreman from being, you know, on the Foreman grill or just that big jolly old guy that's just got so much bread and this, that, and the third. But for those of you that don't know, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time and one of the oldest to ever win the World Heavyweight Championship. He's a 2-time World Heavyweight Champion of the world, USA gold medalist. He pretty much got the resume. He got over 76, 77 knockouts, and you know, the list just goes on and on. But this biopic, I got to say, man, was better than what I expected. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't think it was gonna be like that. So the wife took me out and I decided that, you know what I'm saying, let's go to the movies. Or the wife said, let's go to the movies. She said, was it anything out there that you want to see? Now, I myself, you know me, you know, we're gonna go see some guy stuff. You know what I mean? Whether it's some action or something a little mafioso, so to speak. You know what I mean? This time around, I said, you know what? Not to say I'm gonna play it safe, but she was like, you know, you don't want to settle and, you know, go watch something you want to see. So I said, well, I came across Big George. As you can see, I went to the movies with my wife and got my popcorn, so I'm ready. Okay, so I'm in the movies, right? You know, we're getting ready to go. So shouts out to Regal Theaters, by the way. I gotta say, I was skeptic at first because of the location, because, you know, I've been there before, you know, every now and then, you know, when you want to place your sports bets. I said, you know what, let me check out this casino. So I went in there briefly. It was a little chaotic at the time. So when you go to certain places in Las Vegas, you know it's certain types of activity. And so, you know, normally you know, that's not really my thing. So I like to go somewhere a little more chill, like, you know, by my spot. To say the least, never judge a book by its cover. That's number one. I think I mentioned that in the vlog, probably in the video somewhere. I mean, you can actually see additional footage of my birthday recap on my wife's channel, Karen Nicole, by the way. Let's stick to the story at hand. So, to say the least, it was cold as hell in there. It was a little chilly, but we ended up getting a free movie behind that, so I appreciate them. Shouts out to Regal Theaters for making it right. So I'm looking forward to that movie, you know, and we're gonna use that maybe for our anniversary or something, I'm pretty sure. So, cause me and the wife, you know, we starting to get, you know, accustomed to going out here and there, just doing little stuff. As parents, sometimes it's hard to, you know, pull a date night sometimes, you know, having kids and babysitters and things like that, so you gotta do a lot of family-oriented things. So you appreciate certain things when you can step out every now and then. So let me give you a rundown of this movie right quick. First of all, shouts out to the cast. I want to just point out a few people that's in this. The star of the movie, which is the guy that plays Big George Foreman. Who plays Big George Foreman? brother by the name of Chris Davis, which by the way, he did a phenomenal job. I got a chance to check out a few interviews after the movie just to see how did he get into this character. And when I say it was one of them, if y'all know George Foreman, the mannerisms, how he talk and everything like that, I think he nailed it and he embodied the character, man. And he did a phenomenal job, by the way. So I just want to say that. So shouts out to Chris Davis, man, did a great job. And let's get to so that my boy Forrest Whitaker was also in this picture, whom which he played Doc Brodus. Now Doc Brodus is the guy that pretty much put George Foreman on the path of boxing, and he been with him all the way to the very end of his boxing career. Here's a fun fact about the character Doc Brodus. Now, Forrest Whitaker originally wasn't supposed to play this character. Now, he just came in the clutch, which he did a great job. It's Forrest Whitaker. Michael K. Williams was actually the first pick to actually play Doc Brodus, and I thought that was dope. And for those of you that don't know who Michael K. Williams is, Omar from The Wire, Boardwalk Empire, I don't know if y'all ever watched that HBO series, that was pretty dope, and several other movies and everything like that. R.I.P. to Michael K. Williams, a phenomenal actor, activist. He was definitely one of them real ones out there, man. So heard a lot of great things about him. Also, another Wire alumnus, Lawrence Gilliard Jr. Who is Lawrence Gilliard Jr.? That's who played D'Angelo Barksdale, the nephew of Avon Barksdale in the movies. Y'all know the characters. He played Archie Moore in this piece. So as far as the standouts, that's the things that I noticed right off the cuff. Digging into the movie. The movie starts off, when he was young and showing him as a kid and then teenager and a young adult, turned his life around. He lived a life of crime, so if you follow the story, I really don't want to give it away. So just watching it, the movie off the cuff pulls you right in. I don't want to give it away for those of you that haven't seen it, but it pulls you right in the first 5 minutes of the movie, I would say. And the best part is the wife enjoyed it. She actually really enjoyed it. And if y'all follow George Foreman, you know he's a preacher. So a lot of people, I noticed that with the reviews, they were talking about whether this movie wasn't too preachy, too churchy. You know how sometimes, it gets a little Walmart Lifetime-ish. This was not the case. As a matter of fact, the budget behind this movie was $32 million to be exact, or maybe a little over 32 million. And man, I think, according to the budget, I think they did a phenomenal job with the characters and just the whole rollout from top to bottom. It was excellent. The soundtrack of the movie they actually they gave you that feel like of the times, whether it was the 60s, 70s. You had the proper soundtrack, so I thought that was pretty dope as well. So it kind of gave you that feel, because one thing about me, I love a good biopic, and this is one of those good ones. And a good sports biopic too. At that, Chris Davis killed it. Moving along in the movie, it was definitely inspirational. I got a chance to learn a lot of different things within the character. Well, not just the character, but the man himself, George Foreman. And to see some of these stories in real time, I think, man, it was very insightful. It was a good movie and a great message behind it. And I thought it was pretty dope. Now, here's a couple questions that I did have, though. Before I give y'all my 5 stars, thumbs up, or whatever, I did have some questions that was pretty disturbing. Like, okay, number one, going to the movie theaters and actually finding a theater that actually played this movie. Because, I'm just thinking maybe if it's just me or just the mere fact that we are in Las Vegas, they call it the Sin City. And it'd be kind of crazy to have this movie played out of, a theater in a casino where there's drinking, smoking, showgirls, or what have you. And this is one of those type of movies. But nonetheless, we found it. But the crazy part was, out of all the Regal theaters out here doesn't play that movie. So I just so happens I got lucky and actually found a theater that was somewhat close by, well, pretty close by. We look at the box office numbers, and being that the budget was $32 million or 32 million plus, but I know it's in the ballpark around that range. It only in the box office, they only did maybe like $7 million. So they not even broke even yet. And I think the reason because of that, I don't think the movie is played in all the theaters, I don't think. And I really don't think that's pretty fair, because I think you're cheating the audience. You're cheating the people that's looking for this movie. A lot of people didn't even know this movie came out. This movie been out since April 28th. And, you know, right now we pushing June. I'm like, this movie is gonna be a definite sleeper. I think it could be possibly Oscar worthy in terms of biopics because it's a dope film. It'd be a crying shame if this doesn't catch on. I think this movie might be one of those late bloomers for those of you that not aware of the movie, because I can understand why it's not aware, because it's not in the theaters and I don't think it's getting the proper promotion and the proper push. And for $32 million, you would think, man, they would do all they can to push it. It's just my thoughts, though. Yeah, so anyway, I give this movie, man, it's one of them, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna give it like a 4.5 off the cuff. It's close to the 5. I could give it a 4, but we're gonna say 4.5 because it was a dope movie, man. And yeah, definitely appreciate all the actors and all the actors I didn't mention. Phenomenal job. I think the story was pretty good in a nutshell. I think it ended on the right note. I think the only thing, if I had a negative, would be is I wish it would have been longer and we can get to the part of a little more of the business aspect of the character that we come to know. I mean, they touched on it, but you know, without giving the movie away, I just wish it would have been, you enjoyed the movie. That's how good the movie was. So I encourage, for those of you that don't know, this movie is out. A lot of times, you know, they put movies straight. You can go down whatever app you watch your movies on. I encourage you to go check it out. I think it's still in the theaters. And for those of you that still go to the movies, go check it out at the movies. It's pretty dope. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up because I definitely want to get this off my chest. Big George Foreman biopic is one of them ones, though. I mean, despite the reviews that they're getting, because I don't know if we watching the same movie, but I thought the movie was dope. Like, even when I went to the theaters, it wasn't too many people inside the theaters. You would have thought it was packed. Maybe I missed a wave. I don't know. I'm not so sure, but good movie nonetheless. And that concludes my movie review. Make sure y'all like and subscribe and hit that notification button. It's greatly appreciated. And make sure y'all follow me on all social media platforms at TFE Boss. And as always, keep God first, stay sucker free, and by all means get to the money. Peace and love, stay healthy, and I'm out this joint. Peace.